What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Coming from the Legacy Club of Boston, right outside TD Garden, the Stanley Cup Final is in the city, Nick. The place is buzzing. You got his people dancing in the street, celebrating, getting ready to go. But we're talking hoops here, right, Nick?
The ball don't lie, man.
Let's
we're
go.
Talking hoops.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't lie. It keeps going here. And the big story around the NBA is around the Los Angeles Lakers organization. Man, this ESPN story, I gotta tell you, it's riveting. You got so many different elements to it. You got Magic Johnson's side of things. You got Pelinka's side of things. Where do you fall in this conversation, this back and forth? Who's telling the truth here,
where
Nick?
I fall?
Are they both lying? Are they both telling the truth?
I fall
Which one
like
is it?
I'm glad they're not talking about the drama in Boston, Josue. No,
not for now.
For now.
Not until July 1st,
July
probably.
1st.
On that time.
I mean, Magic, he's a charismatic guy. But there's got to be something behind the smile. I think for 40 years we've been waiting for kind of the glass wall to fall, and here, what Magic the businessman is like. And Baxter Holmes, who was here in Boston for many years, he broke it, man. So, but at the same time, Pelinka's an agent, a former agent. So, who do you trust there?
Yeah, right.
Who do you trust?
Right.
All I know is the NBA is a much, much better place when the Lakers, the Celtics, and the Sixers are competing. Celtics fans may hate the Lakers, but I want to see them play. I want to see them in the postseason. I want to kick LeBron's ass, right? So where do you fall in that with the Lakers?
I think with Magic Johnson, I think there's a little truth to it. I don't know. Obviously, we're on the outside looking in here, but you got a lot of sources that are coming forward saying that it was a very toxic environment. There was two different sides of Magic. There was the Magic that we see on camera, and then there was Irvin. That's what the claims are saying. And for him the way he stepped away from me, I just thought was very odd. It was the last game of the regular season. Didn't tell anyone in the organization. Just put together this press conference literally minutes before tip-off, which was a Lakers loss, by the way, and then just announced that, hey, I'm stepping down. And then weeks later, goes on ESPN, starts airing everyone out. The whole thing just looks like it looks awful. It really does.
And Magic did say he was tired of the whispers behind it. I think he had a cue. He was going to get let go. Magic Johnson, the dude got up in front of the world and announced he had AIDS. I highly doubt he's afraid to resign from a job, right? So, or get fired. I think it was toxic, and Magic may have caused quite a bit of that. But in the end, you had two towers there, Pelinka and Magic, and I think both can be at blame.
No, speaking of agents, we talk about LeBron James' agent and Paul and the Clutch Sports. How much did they play a big role in this? Because obviously it's key here.
Yeah.
Bringing LeBron was huge. It made Magic look like a genius, or look like he was going to make the power moves heading into this huge season. Anthony Davis trade obviously fell through, but then before they could even go out and try to grab another free agent, he resigns. How much does Clutch Sports have to do with all this?
I think the entire environment is toxic when it comes to the agents, and he was writing on the team playing Rich Paul. He was allegedly making decisions on behalf of the franchise. I think the league has to do something about that.
So you think the claims are true? You think he had a bottom?
I think so.
He had a hand in this?
Well, think about it from the Pelicans' point of view. That was a circus, and they just basically undressed the Lakers and then backed out. So, yeah, I think he did, and I think the NBA has an issue there. There's way too much free agency talk among players that's leaking to the media prior to free agency. Right. I don't want to get into who's having dinner with LeBron, but he's been talking to everybody. So, yeah, I think that the agents are an issue, and I think the player, there's always going to be a certain amount of recruiting, but when everything is leaking to the media, it becomes an issue, and it makes the league look poor, in my opinion.
How much of this do you think hurts the Lakers' chances of grabbing another top-tier free agent?
I think, first of all, it's LA. So, no matter what, it's still a flagship franchise of the NBA.
There's another team with plenty of money to spend in LA, too.
Who has
Clippers.
An amazingly good coach at managing personalities. So, superstars can go to the Clippers. But quite honestly, I think LA will be fine. The question is, with LeBron's reputation and all this for everything that happened in Cleveland, is he going to be, and his age, not saying that he's slowing down a little bit, he's not recovering from injuries quick enough. So I think what free agents have to look at is how many years of NBA dominant LeBron James is left in the tank, and that will dictate free agency, whether they go to the Clippers or to the Lakers. As an NBA fan, I want the Lakers to do well.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Of course, we'll keep our eyes on this story. Let us know what you think in the comment section. This segment, of course, is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head over to clnsmedia.com/win. Enter the promo code CLNS50. You'll get 50% back on your first deposit when you bet online with betonline.ag. At clnsmedia.com/win. Enter the promo code CLNS50.